We're going to use the art form Tableau today to show key details from a text. Do you do that a lot? Do you search for key details in order to find the main idea, in order to summarize and things like that? So you're going to be looking for key details within a text, and you're going to get to use the art form of Tableau to express those key details. That's our learning intention for today. So in order to be able to do that though, we need to know what a Tableau needs to have in order to portray an idea. What are the things that I'm looking for? Ms. Williams and I use Tableau just like we would use a pencil and paper task or a test, right? We use it to assess your understanding of something. So if we're going to use this as an assessment, what does your Tableau need to have? Yes, give me one thing.
It needs to have like a head or like a body if you're doing like an animal or something.
Right, but what is, so I'll give you a hint. One thing that a Tableau should be is frozen. An expo marker. I just want to write down some of these things. Sorry. One thing should be frozen, so that's a clue. What else? Thank you. What else? Tableaus should be, take 10 seconds, talk to a partner. Tell them all the things you think a Tableau should have. Five, four, three, two, one. Okay, what else? Yes?
Sometimes it has to have details.
Details. So how do we show details in a Tableau? What can we use? Because we're using our bodies, right? It's a body picture. So what details can we have?
Different height levels.
Ooh, so details like different levels, height levels. What else?
You can, another detail, you could be like, you could have an animal and you would like have the same color shoes as somebody and like be like a white animal.
So we're not actually using props or costumes for this, so I'm just going to give you the rest so you know. This is our criteria for success. For a Tableau, we're frozen. We have details like levels and, what am I doing right now?
Happiness.
How am I showing emotions?
Face.
Facial expressions. We have details like levels and facial expressions. We also have details like I can show that I'm excited by going like this, but I can show that I'm excited by going like this too. What am I using? My body, we call it gestures, right? So details like levels, facial expression, and gestures. So we need levels, facial expression, gestures. It should be frozen. It also needs to be silent, right? Unless we're going to talk about if you have a line. So everybody should know what the Tableau is about, what the Tableau is expressing. Everyone should be able to explain it, we'll say. Okay, everyone should be able to explain, and we said no props needed, no props or costumes needed. You also need to work together. How will I know that you've worked together on your Tableau? How will I know from just looking at it? How will I know that you've worked together to create your Tableau? Yes?
Sometimes you can tell by details that you've planned it.
Can tell that you've planned it. How will I know that you've planned it and you've worked together? These are really hard to figure out.
You're talking to each other and
During the planning process, right? It will be obvious because you'll be talking to each other. Also, something really obvious, I know that a group hasn't worked together if somebody is completely out of the Tableau or pouting, right? Those are going to be really key things. So I'll know everyone has worked together and compromise if everyone is participating, right? So I'm going to say everyone participates. So we're going to start with these. Okay, it's frozen. There are details like levels, facial expressions, and gestures. It's silent. Everyone should be able to explain it. Even if you're not the narrator, you should be able to say what it's showing. And we don't need props or costumes, and everybody participates. Okay, so with that said, by the time I come to 5, you will be in a group of 3 or 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Freeze. We don't have time to go to the observation deck, so I'm going to give you another chance. By the time I count to 5, you know what to do. You are in the group of 3 or 4. Work it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Never mind. Exactly. We have groups of 3 and we have a group of 4. I'm going to have this group scooch right over here. I'm going to have this group scooch a little bit farther back. That group's going to scooch a little farther back. You guys can go right into that now. Okay, really carefully and quickly with your group, go ahead and sit down. Take 3 seconds to get settled. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to give you your first task before we even get into the story. Like I said, today we are going to be reading a story and using key details to figure out answers to very specific questions that I will ask you. In order to show the key details, we're going to use the art form Tableau. So to prepare for that, I want you to think of something, think of a creature that lives in the sea. When you have an idea of a creature that lives in the sea, cross your arms over your chest. This is just our practice round. It's just to activate our prior knowledge of what we're going to read.
Over the sea?
Under the sea. Something that lives under the sea. Something that lives in the sea. Okay, the next job that we have to do for a 1-minute challenge is to share. It sounds like this. I was thinking. I'll know that everybody's done sharing because everyone's hands will be on their thighs and it will be silent in the room. That's how I'll know. You're only sharing one thing that you're thinking and you're waiting for everyone to take their turn. Go.
I was thinking about it. I was
So I'll see your hands on your thighs and it'll be silent. Then I'll know that a group is finished. I know that this group is finished.
And are you sure?
I know that this group is finished. I know that this group is finished. Excellent. Okay, next part. So now you had a bunch of ideas. The cool thing about this challenge is you're going to create a scene under the sea that can have multiple things in it. But make sure that you are frozen. You're showing different levels. Your facial expression might be portraying what you are. It has to be something that lives under the sea. It doesn't necessarily have to be an animal. It could be a plant as well. Okay? Everyone is able to explain the different things that are under the sea. No props or costumes needed, remember. Everybody participates. We should be able to notice that. You had 30 seconds to create your scene under the sea. Go for it. You'll know it's time. Time is up when I count down from 5. You have 10 seconds. Not everybody can be the same level. Oh, I see multiple levels over here. There we go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nothing is moving, not even the hair on your head. Everybody is safe in their positions. They're strong enough to hold their positions. I'm looking for silence. I'm looking for gestures and facial expression that show meaning. I see it. We are frozen. And relax your body. Take 3 seconds to get back into your circle with your group. 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Can I just touch this now and we'll go? Oh, there you go. All right. So we're going to use the book Big Al today. Maybe you've heard of this book before. Maybe you have. Raise your hand if you're familiar with this book. A few of you? Okay, maybe you forgot some of the details, so this will be more interesting for you. So I want you to make a quick prediction. We're not going to do this in a Tableau, but based on the cover, make a prediction with your group. Just talk about it. What do you think the story is about? Or if you already know, just give yourself a little recap. Talk to your group. 30 seconds. What is it about? I do remember. 10 seconds. I'll count down, thank you. I will count down. Thank you so much. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Uh-oh, I just had a realization that, I don't know if I brought my text with me. And if I didn't, I'm just going to have to wing it. You know it's, oh, here it is. Good thing. Thank you for being patient with me. Phew, that was a close call. I know it well, but not perfectly. All right, so here we go. I'm going to read the story to you, and we're going to use Tableau, like I said, to show the key details throughout. So make sure you're listening, because I'm going to have you do tasks to prove it. In the wide blue sea, there was a very friendly fish named Big Al. You could not find a nicer fish. But Big Al was also very, very scary. Other fish seemed to have at least one friend. Some had many, but Big Al had none, 0. He didn't blame other fish. How could he expect little fish to trust a great big fish with eyes and skin and teeth like this? So Big Al was lonely and cried big, salty tears into the big, salty sea. Here's your first challenge with your group. Show why Big Al did not have any friends. Hold on one moment. I want you to first do what? Think. So show me that you have an idea of why Big Al did not have any friends by crossing your arms over your chest. There we go. I see everyone has an idea. I will know that everyone has shared their idea because it will be silent and your hands will be on your thighs. Go ahead and share. What do you think?
I think
Not what you should think. Why don't you have friends? That's not one idea. 10 seconds. Should be silent once you've shared your idea. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So just sharing your idea, answering that question. Why do you not have any friends? Okay? So now it's our time to plan. Now you're going to have some ideas of how you can show that, right?